Tina here with Tina's Inspired Art. I have something very special to share with all of you today. If you haven't already seen on my social post here and there on Instagram and on Facebook, I've decided to go through the Mastery Program. It's a one-year program designed to transform my passion for art into a full-time profession. I have been a professional artist for the past 3 years. As you know, I have been selling my art online and I have a website. But this is going to take me to the next level of where I've always dreamt to be. And this program is instructed by the world-renowned professional artists, Ellie and Demetra Milan. And I plan on learning the classical techniques of the old masters and how they used to paint. And they're going to teach me how to incorporate contemporary and mixed mediums within my current artwork portfolio. I'm going to be able to find my own voice and my own unique style. As you know, my art is fluid art, and I do a lot of hand painting incorporating into my fluid art. I'm going to take that to another level. I will be doing mixed mediums where I will incorporate onto the current artwork that I've been doing, but I also will take it to a different level and a different style of painting to hopefully find my own voice, my own unique voice, where my art can stand out and be a lot different. Because I just thoroughly enjoy drawing and painting with acrylics and oils. And this is where it's going to take me to help me to learn and hone those skills. I'll be able to create a really cohesive body of work that will really look well together or as separate individual pieces. I'm going to learn how to brand myself, market myself even that much better, to be able to sell my artwork that much more to a collective individuals all over the world. So I am super excited about this adventure, my journey. It's going to be a one-year journey. I will be continuing to hone my skills and bring you videos, but these videos are going to be able to share with you my journey and my progress, and it should be quite exciting. So I'm going to take you through today. Excuse me, I'm just getting over COVID too. So excuse my voice. So today I'm going to take you through the first couple of weeks and show you what I have done thus far. And so the first week was all about learning to draw using different tools. Like this is a tool that you can use to help get your proportions correct. And I learned all about the oil paints, where you have cool temperatures and warm temperatures, opaques and transparents. So I learned that over the last couple weeks, and I'll show you some of the results from that. So we'll start off with sharing. This is a drawing that of just one of my shoes. It's a little sandal that I did, and this was done with graphite, just using the tool that I just showed you. So this is just a quick, and these are all timed. These exercises and classes that I'm going through are all timed. So if you don't have time to finish it during the allotted time frame that they give you, then you can go back, but I stopped exactly where they said to stop at. And so this is my progress on this one. This was a little sandal that has some intricate details of weaving of the leather. This was black leather, And it was quite fun actually to just draw this little sandal. And the next drawing exercise was me holding just a paintbrush. And this drawing here was done just by using a paintbrush to do your measuring of me holding my paintbrush in my hand and just measuring like that with a paintbrush. So it was quite different than using this little tool here. But if you can imagine you holding it and you're just kind of measuring it to be able to draw that free-handed. So it was a little different procedure for me, and I actually kind of liked it. And then I just got finished doing this one. This one was just 3 little pairs. And this is a graphite drawing of those 3 pairs. I stopped at the time limit, 45 minutes to draw this. I didn't quite get all the shading done from the pair sitting on the table, but you get the idea. But I think they came out pretty nice looking. Just 3 little pairs using your graphite pencils, learning how each of the different graphite pencils will give you different values within your drawing. So you have like 1 through 9, and as you go up the scale, your intensity for your value will get greater. And then we did an oil painting, and they choose the subjects for you. So they had a duck, and I stopped at the time frame. This duck probably could use a little bit more work, but this was the image that I selected for what I would be painting. And then here is my oil painting. We first did an underpainting.
Now I'm going to show you my process for doing this underpainting. I'm currently putting out a couple of different colors for the background color for starting your underpainting. And I've got my thinner there where I'll be thinning out the paint. It's going to be very transparent like. So I'm just going to walk you through this little process of starting this oil painting. I'm just mixing the paints with the thinner to get it a real nice transparent like consistency. And I'm taking my largest 3-inch brush and I am just putting a thin coat on the canvas itself. You do want enough so you'll be able to subtract out of it. And so here I am preparing to subtract and actually just hand draw the duck image on my canvas. And what you're doing is taking the subtraction tool, which is like a silicone tip on the paintbrush, and you're basically extracting the paint off the canvas, and in doing so the image is appearing on your canvas. It's a quite interesting process. I've never done this before, and so this is the very first oil painting that I am doing in this process. So I found it quite enjoyable, quite relaxing. Although it was a timed exercise, I still found it very relaxing to do. I really enjoyed it. And so you can see me just in fast mode. I'm using various tools. I also used a Q-tip, my finger sometimes, with a paper towel, well, not a paper towel, a rag. You don't want to use paper towel when you're working with oils, so I used a rag occasionally here and there. Excuse me. Still getting over COVID. And yeah, so I hope you enjoy the process. I'm going to let you watch this and we'll continue on with our video. Now it's time to lay out my paints because we're getting ready to paint this duck. I will lay out my paints as Ellie has designed for us, where you're laying out your warm, transparent colors closest to you and your cool, transparent colors further away from you. So the cool colors are going in the background and my warm colors are going in my foreground. And so I'm just laying them out from yellow, the order that they ask you to lay out your paints, and it makes so much sense. And I really enjoy how they're teaching us about the paints itself. You lay out your colors in yellow, orange, red, green, blue, violet. And then you have your whites, and if you're using any black, kind of off to the side or in the middle area. So yeah, I really enjoyed the exercise that they went through to talk about the oil paints, very in-depth. So far I'm really enjoying this program here, and we'll learn together and you'll experience my journey as I try to document, for the most part, of my journey going through this 1-year program with the Milan Institute. going through this mastery program. It's just going to elevate my skill level, and I'll be able to paint what I truly want to paint in anything that I want to paint. And so I have certain designs in mind. I'm very creative in my right brain, so to speak. They teach you about left and right brain, and I tend to be in my right brain an awful lot, and that's where I like to be. So you definitely need both your left and right brain when you're painting, but I don't seem to have a problem staying in my right brain. So yeah, let's just enjoy this process as I take you through the transparent layer of this duck. And then once the transparent layer dries, I go into the opaque layers to finish it off. So it's a 3-step process. And of course, oil paints do take longer to dry than your, say, acrylic paints. But I didn't really mind because I think the climate level in my home is working well with the oil. So I will let you watch as I figure out this process and paint this duck. Hope you enjoy it.
My proportions are not exactly perfect, but for this exercise, I think it came out okay. I may come back to it and finish it a little bit more because you have the luxury of being able to do that with oil paints or acrylic paints. You can just paint over different areas. But for this oil painting, I think she came out really cute. Nice little duck. I didn't quite finish the water either. I need to finish it, but and something I am learning in the process is the way they teach you how to paint. It really allows you to loosen up and not be so tight in the details. You can see the details in the image, but the fine details, you don't need to get that realistic. And that's the type of painting I've been wanting to do. Loosen up, be free, just let yourself enjoy the process, and I think I'm on the way to be able to do that. Now, because I'm waiting on a few supplies to continue doing in week 2, a painting around a radiant underpainting. Because I don't have all of my supplies right now, I need to just keep moving forward, and that's what I'm going to do. Actually, the graphite fair is from week 2. This one was from week 2 that I did, but because I don't have my supplies to do the oil painting for week 2, I need to keep moving, and I'm actually going on to the next section, learning cardboard box still life. And so I have to draw out a still image of a cardboard box. They ask you to choose like a little teddy bear or a statue, and so I've created my little still life right back here, of which I will be drawing today. And this is going to help you to understand different values in your shading, and I'll be using charcoal with this exercise, so I'm super excited about it, and it should be super fun. It's all about plane shifts. So they teach you about plane shifts in this exercise. They say that everything really is a plane shift. It's where there's a flat side and it meets another flat side. So this is one plane shift and this would be another plane shift. It's where they come together and meet. And so that's what they're teaching you, is if you look at your finger and you try to draw your finger, it's basically a box. If you can draw a box or a sphere, then you can draw anything. If you learn how to do that, then you're basically learning how to draw anything. And then you will get your proportions right. Everything will be nice and straight the way you want it. And when you use the charcoal, we're going to be using it to build up the values. So that's what I think I'm going to start with today. Just watch me create this still life on my drawing paper back behind me. Alright guys, so this concludes my charcoal drawing with a box and a little teddy bear. And so as you saw, I had to cover the paper with no more than a 5 value charcoal, and then we had to extract out of the 5 value down to 1, and then we put back in your values 6 through 9. So you could see the depth and the different values. But yeah, it was a fun project. It's really not done yet, but I ran out of time on this one because maybe I went a little bit too much detail because of all the fur, but I wanted to make sure that he looked really fuzzy, so I might have a little bit more to do on him. But all in all, I think the process was really cool. I still have to work on my values a little bit, but the process was fun. All right, guys, so that concludes this lesson, and I'll just wait on my supplies to come in to backtrack and finish up week 2. This is the first lesson in week 3, so it was a fun one, and I'm looking forward to continuing to do more and learn more. So I hope you enjoyed this little journey that I'm taking you on. So if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button so more people can get these little tips and tricks of what I'm doing here. And yeah, so thanks again, guys. I'll see you later.